Hello, this is Rüzgar and I'm the founder of Lead Shark. Today I want to show you our new product, which is Apex. Well, Apex actually started out as a Lead Shark tier. It's our most expensive tier of our lead magnet automation platform. So Lead Shark as a whole is mainly for automating LinkedIn lead magnet posts. So it's not an outbound automation. It's not a cold DM sequence. It's mainly for automating your inbound um, posts. And what do I mean by inbound actually? It's mainly for automating my own post and pulling the engagement from my own post and responding to my own engagement. So historically, until this point, um, it's mainly for people who actually get a lot of engagement on LinkedIn, meaning that they are thought leaders or influencers. So they have maybe 10,000 followers or more. Sometimes they get 1,000 comment on one post or more. So these are the type of people who are benefiting the most from Lead Shark. Um, but today, what the product announcing today is actually called apex.new. And the reason why it's new extension is because it is giving your agent a new skill. And what do I mean by this? It's actually creating your own go-to-market agents or assistants to run your outbound on LinkedIn also, not just inbound. And what I mean by creating your own assistants is most people nowadays are using ChatGPT or Claude from its own interface. Like my mom is using ChatGPT every single day. She talks to ChatGPT, but she doesn't really know that she can actually insert apps, external apps, directly into ChatGPT. Similarly, in Cloud, you have connectors or customization where you can connect a custom connector, what's called. It's essentially like a skill, or it's an MCP actually, but you can connect custom connectors and basically let Cloud do a lot more things than what it can do in the same chat interface that you talk to it every single day. So it knows all the context about you also, meaning that you don't have to give it a lot of context on what you're doing, what your business is, how your tone of voice differentiates from other people's tone of voice. All of these things, if they were on our platform, so if the intelligence was on our platform, these things you would have to basically fill in a knowledge base, or we would have to ask you a lot of questions up front to then understand your tone of voice, understand your mentality, understand your business in a way that we can write posts about your business. But that's not what's happening here today. What is happening here is you are giving your own cloud, you're giving your own chat GPT these powers essentially to run your LinkedIn post, which is inbound. You can run warm outreach, which is the people who comment on my post or the people who DM me first. I can DM them back through this MCP called Apex. And that's what I want to demo to you today as well. So all you need to do is actually connect Apex to to Claude or to ChatGPT or to whatever agent you may be using, OpenClaw. Um, and there, the connection steps are outlined in apex.new website. You can just go to Claude and it teaches you how to connect. But once you're connected, you can ask it a few questions like, can you list me all the tools of Apex? So this is a good beginner play, or it's a good beginner question because it teaches your AI assistant what is the capability of Apex by LeadShark, and it gives you its own answer in its own words. So here's the full LeadShark MCP toolset. It has 35 tools, split by which Apex only and available on the base tier. So it decided to split it in a way where it's Apex versus Pro Plus, actually, which is our base MCP. And as you can see here, our base MCP is for scheduling posts with automations. So it matches the LeadShark skill or matches the level of things you can do on LeadShark. It's basically an MCP for running the platform itself. It's not for going above and beyond and doing all of these outbound motions. And this is mainly what most MCPs you see today. And if you know what an MCP is, even it's a model context protocol. It gives your model the context on the tools, on the API endpoints. So AI can essentially run these platforms on your behalf. That is what an MCP is in a very basic explanation. So our base MCP on the Pro Plus tier, which is $59, is for running our platform. And this is what mostly the MCPs you see today are actually. Therefore, running a given platform the same way that you would use it on the dashboard. But what the Apex MCP is actually it goes above and beyond what the Lead Shark MCP can do. That's why it's a new product. So you can actually search LinkedIn, which is already quite interesting. I can search leads based on my ICP if I wanted to find new leads. It can feed you with new lead magnet posts every single day. So you can model your tone of voice based on what is working today, which is the second tool, Discover Lead Magnets. This is a proprietary search lead magnet search tool that we have created. Enrich is very basically, it enriches the person's LinkedIn information, what company they work for, what is their bio, to learn more about them. Enrich company, likewise. Feed, you can even pull your own LinkedIn feed to see what you see today on your feed. And you can engage with these posts as if you were you. So now you're starting to see maybe some possibilities in your head. You can actually engage with all of these posts via let me see, the list post engagers. You can see the comments, like who commented already on this post via list post engagers. You can also add your own comment, which is comment on post and react to post. So these are some of the tools that are in the MCP today. And you can run a lot of different plays that you can create actually in your own mind. So it relies on your creativity, or it relies on your workflow to be automated. It's not really pushing you in one way or the other, but it does have some values, the MCP itself. So because it's running on LeadShark, it's actually enforcing our daily limits, our daily DM limits, our daily connection reply limits, our daily um, outgoing outgoing connection limits, excuse me, and comment reply limits, as well as your off hours. So it won't send something at random at 3 a.m. Actually, your AI agent will refuse to send something that's outside of your off hours. So basically, all of this daily caps, every action is logged, meaning you have full traceability and full visibility on what your agent, aka Claude, is doing actually here. So if you wanted to try one of these things, you can send messages as well. You can send connection requests. You can do a lot of things, but you have to rely on your knowledge. We have some plays here as examples, such as pulling the last 10 performing lead magnets in my own post and comparing them to write a really good lead magnet. So let's try that one actually. So pull the top 10 lead magnets running right now using Discover. Discover by Apex will be a bit more specific. And then write a lead magnet post for lead shark. So let's try that. Here, what it's doing is actually first thinking what tool I have to call on the Apex MCP. So it figured out that it has to call the Discover Lead Magnet Post tool, which is the example I was giving. And then what it will do is it will basically read those top performing posts that are running across LinkedIn. Because it knows Lead Shark, which is my company, and it has all of my context, it can actually draft an instant post. Let's try it. So it found some patterns in these posts, especially riding the Claude angle, like we're doing right now. We're mentioning Claude a lot on our landing page as well, like run LinkedIn GTM from Claude, for example. And then here's a draft in your voice. It already wrote a post for us. So I just asked Claude to find the top 10 performing lead magnet posts right now. It took 4 seconds. Not a scrape, not a Chrome extension. It called the Lead Shark tool directly, pulled the post creator, everything. Then I ask you to write this post, the exact one you're reading. And when you comment below, the automation I set up in the same conversation will send you the Goods No Zapier. So here's the post that it wrote to us on my voice, and then I can tell it to, okay, now schedule this post for tomorrow, and then it will at, let's say, 12:30, and automate the post using Lead Shark. And as a resource, this is kind of the missing component. As a resource, share apex.new, let's say, right? apex.new as the onboarding instructions. So it will actually create a lead magnet scheduled post, and it will pre-automate it as a lead magnet as well using the lead shark MCP. So these are some of the things that you can do with Apex. We're very excited to have you try it and have you come up with your own plays and to see what you can come up with really. And that's all from me for today. If you have any questions, reach out to me or the Lead Shark team. And thank you for watching.